Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. We're going to be replacing the twin door actuator cable on this 2009 Toyota Corolla. And it's not very hard to do. You just need a few tools, and I'm going to go through that with you. And we're going to get it done because it's getting cold, and if your defrost doesn't work like mine, then you're going to definitely be having to just have a towel or something. But we're going to get that fixed. So this is the part right here that rotates. It's not rotating though, it's broken. But this is behind, this goes behind it. So I'll show you that once we get this all apart. And I'll show you that we got to take this all apart too. So it's going to be a little bit of it's not going to be that hard, but it's clearly not rotating. So we have to get that fixed. So first steps first is you got to get your car on, and then you have to pull everything up because you got to take these off, and then we'll put that back for now. But we got to take these off. They just kind of snap off like that, and then this piece comes with it. Let's put this in there. And then this piece just comes out. This is how you take off. This is how you get to this part right here. So you got to take this all apart. That's why you have to have the keys, because you can't get this off without putting it in a different gear. That's why you got to put it in gear. And it just comes off, and then there's your whole. Now you might want to just leave it in neutral. That's why you just have the brake on, because like you won't be able to take your keys out, but I don't want y'all to have to listen to the beeping. Hold on a sec. Okay, so I got it right here for now. But let me just start by getting a screwdriver. One more second. Okay, so I got the screwdriver, and now I'm gonna just set y'all right there. I hope we're gonna take. Here, I'm just gonna show you. Take these screws out right there, and then just there was two, and then you take those out, and then. Okay, so we're gonna continue by doing this now. So you gotta put your keys in. Then you just kind of pull this out. That's your extra. That's your little cubby hole. And then this will come out after you also. You're gonna need a flat head, and be very careful. Because you're going to have to get in here. And that's why you got to be careful. It's brittle. So, yeah. These, sadly, I mean, when it's in 2009, you know, like, can't really blame it for doing that. Anyways, let's continue. This one's broken already. So, it's already kind of broke at the top. So you just got to pull. There you go. See. It's a little broke at the top. So, that's the bad part. Yep, this one just shattered. So, it's just, that's what happens when this stuff gets old. Let's continue though. Then you don't have to take any of this apart. This should just pop right out. But you gotta take, you think it would just pop right out, right? But no. See. You'll see right there. Okay, so you see that bolt? You got two on each side here, and then that gives you access. That's all you need. That's all you need right there. Really is to just gain access to underneath to this part, but you have to take all this part to do that. So let me get to doing that real quick. Hold on just a sec. I'm gonna give you a time lapse. So now these bolts, if you can see right there, maybe you can, but you're gonna have to have a magnet to get these out, unless you want to put your fingers in there. But yeah, let me get this done and then I'll show you it all done out. Okay, so now you can pull all this out, take this off too. You can just set this up there, and then you take this off and try to. Now we can take the keys out, have it shit fucking. So with the radio, you can disconnect. You don't have to really disconnect anything, because you can just kind of get this out first, which you do just by doing this right here. So, and then the rest of it pops out, and then you can just kind of put this. This is why you gotta. It sucks because everything's crammed in, but at least it's very easy to like get out. You know, I'll show you now. So now we can put the radio back up there. Turn the car back off. And turn that off. Now, let me show you. Okay. So, we have this part. This is the part that goes down. Goes down there. There's a link. It goes to the actuator door, which is right down there. I can't even see it. It goes through here. Goes up through here. So, yeah. It's gonna be fun. Okay, so now I'll use the flathead and just kind of prod up on that. You see the little clip right there. There's clips, and then this just pops right off. And then now, once we go to the inside, which is gonna be like under here, I gotta see, and then we should be able to just pop that part out and then fish this through. Fish this through, because this is the new part right here, and it's the same thing. So we're about to find out, guys and gals, like everyone. And I appreciate you being patient with me, because I haven't ever replaced one of these, so this is going to be new for me. Okay, so to get to the other part, it's going to be, Mother might not be able to see it, but it's that part. It's the part with the cable right there. And that's the part you gotta get done. So, you have to remove this. You have to remove your glove box, which, yeah, hold on. Okay, so, yeah, now, it's that part right there. You see it right there. That part. That's the part that's bad. So, yeah, we're going to go in there and get it replaced, and then I'll show y'all what it looks like after. Okay, new development. So, once you get this loose, yeah, you're not getting it out until you also take out a few extra bolts, just to get this thing to move a little out. So yeah, just a little bit. I'm just going to take all the bolts out a little and loosen it up just enough so I can squeeze that out and squeeze a new one in. And then I'll show you what the new one looks like. So with everything, you got to take a few more bolts out. You got to take those out. And you got to take these out. And you got to take this panel off too. You got to take these bolts out. And that bolt. You got to take that one out. And then you have to pry. You have to pry really hard. I just got it out. Like, if you can tell, look at my hand. Like, I had to get in there and like pry this whole thing. This thing moves now, but it's because of this. Like, see, it moves. But yeah, it's gonna be fun getting it back in. But we got it, so I'm gonna show y'all how to put it again back. So we got the new one in. We got everything back in. You're gonna have to use a little persuasion with getting that in there to clip back in like a little flathead screwdriver. I got all the bolts in. That bolt, make sure that bolt and that bolt. And there's see that bolt right there, that one, and this one. So that one, the car came with, someone's worked on this car probably before, so I don't see a bolt anywhere else. So, but we're gonna get this all back together, and then I'll show y'all the end. All right, well, it's all back together now, and everything works still. So that's what's important. Just if you need to refer to it, refer to the other. Go back and just reassemble everything that you took apart. Down to this, and you remember you have to have the gear shift in to even move this out. So if you put it in park while you're doing this, make sure to put it in like neutral or drive. So, but I think that's all, everybody. Y'all have a good day, and I hope you enjoy this video. Thank you. Bye-bye.